An oily and sweaty baddie, girl, I know how hard it is to keep your makeup lasting all day. I feel like I've perfected the routine. I have struggled so long with having my makeup last and being oily, being sweaty, but also want to look glowy because it's summer and that's like the vibe for summer. Sit down, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab your makeup brushes. Let's do this beat together. And on top of that, it's all gonna be drugstore products. We start with skin prep. We always start with skin prep. I'm gonna go dampen my beauty blender and wash my face. No matter how long I've had my skincare on, I've had my SPF, I've had my sunscreen and my moisturizer on all day. I've had my skincare on all day. We need to wash our face because any outside pollutants have gotten on my face, oils have come through. I need to start with a fresh face. So immediately, if you're gonna do your makeup, wash your face, moisturize, SPF, and then you're gonna wait. Do not even begin to try to put sunscreen and then immediately foundation because girl, that is cause for disturbance. Okay, go wash your face. I'm gonna go wash my skin type is oily but dehydrated, so my skin feels dry but oils keep secreting. We want to do light layers of water creams. Okay, you want to make sure you're having water creams, nothing too thick. Water creams. My first product will be this moisturizer from Isntree. It's the Hyaluronic Aqua Gel Cream. My e.l.f. Thirst Burst Drops, which is like one of my favorite products of all time. I'm literally running out. This is like my 400th bottle of these. It's just like a hydrating, glowy drop. One of my favorite sunscreens for under makeup is the Biore Aqua Rich Weightless Hydrating SPF 50. Really beautiful under makeup. I love this stuff so much. I have a party coming up that's going to be outside, I believe. So this is the exact makeup that I will be using. The exact routine I'll be following for said party. Now, all of that is in our skin. We're going to let that sit because, like I said, do not be going and putting makeup right over a sunscreen when it hasn't sat because that's going to be cause for disturbance. Moving around, breaking up, pilling. We don't want it. So we're just going to let that sit there for a minute, dry down, become one with your skin, do your brows. I have no tips for doing brows, y'all. Like, let's be real. Oh, no brow pencil in there. No brow pencil in there. What do you mean? This is my favorite brow pencil from e.l.f. and it is the Precise Brow Pencil. In the summer, I typically go for more of like a natural, fluffier brow. I lock my brows in place with the brow glue from NYX. I love this. It is so strong. I will say use with caution if you are a beginner because it is strong. Those are all done, and we're gonna move back onto skin. I'm just using to make it last under my makeup as well as on top because it's gonna mix together and just create a longer wear. It also feels really good. I've crafted this routine to make sure this can be glowy, but not oily or sweaty looking or gross and doesn't really melt. You know what I'm saying? My favorite recently has been this gripping primer from Maybelline. I really love it from e.l.f., but this one is just a little bit easier to work with. A little less tugging when you're applying it. Makes your makeup last so long without feeling heavy or your face very sticky and like you just put glue on your face. I really love it. Like I said, I'm an oily gal. And we're gonna use this primer from Milani, which is such a weird product. So weird. It is like it's like a balm. It's a blurring balm. I wouldn't say it's like the Danessa Myricks one at all. It's like a putty formula that goes on and feels wet. It's really weird, but you're just gonna take a little pea-sized amount. I'm gonna go all over my nose and T-zone. It just stops oils from coming through and makes your pores a little bit smoother than normal. Oh, the chunks just flew out. And there is actually, I don't know why I'm not using it. Do you see that? Did you see that? There also is a spatula in the top. This is a spatula. If you wanted to scoop it out. I'm too lazy. I don't know. Also, pro tip, have a huge bottle of water. Always have a drink when you're doing your makeup because, girl, I get stressed out and dehydrated and dry, and my water bottle always saves me from that. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of a glow booster. I have two here that I really like from the drugstore. This is the one from Essence. I have it in the shade 10 Light, which I'm going to use. But I also just wanted to shout out to the Emco Beauty because obviously it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. And I absolutely love this one because it's not glittery like the e.l.f. It's more of that reflectiveness. This is just so beautiful, but I haven't used this one from Essence in a hot minute. I will say it does smell weird. If you are sensitive to scents, maybe go with the MCO. I'm not using my beauty lights. I really wanted to show you guys the up close and personal, so I had to change the lighting a little bit. I think it's a better, you know, tell of what it's looking like. I'm using a soft satin foundation. It's kind of like in between a matte and a, you know, luminous foundation, kind of leaning more on the matte, a little more full coverage, but we're gonna sheer it out to its fullest extent. I find with this type of makeup, you want to do less is more and light layers, and like that looks crazy, but we're gonna sheer this out. This is the e.l.f. foundation. It's a soft glam. It's one of my favorite foundations from the drugstore, and it's $5. It's so beautiful. And I'm gonna focus on the innermost part of my face and really sheer everything out. It's a little bit light, this shade, but we're gonna bronze it up so it's not that bad. Really pushing it into the skin. We're just shearing this out. We just want to look even across the board. I always do the double tool technique, brush then sponge. You kind of apply with the brush and then you get that beautiful finish, that hydrated finish of the sponge. I got a new editing software, so I wonder if future me is having a good time with it or not. I hope it works, because I feel like the ones I've been using have just been falling flat and my videos have not been what I want them to be. I need them to be at a higher standard. I also have a camera that I'm trying to figure out how to use. I also don't know how that's going. The issue I'm having is the filming with the SD card. I think the SD card I have is shit, so I need to get a good SD card. It's crazy to me that summer is literally around the corner and that is hot outside. I feel like just last week we were in all our winter coats and our sweaters and everything. I just thrive in the summertime. I do not thrive in the winter. I am like in the winter. I'm using this Lumi bronzer stick from L'Oreal. It smells yummy. And I'm gonna blend this everywhere with that same brush. But I'm just gonna blend this everywhere. I want to look bronzy, but I want it to look natural. I don't want to feel heavy. That's like my main concern in the summertime is heaviness. When the oils start to come through, the sweat starts to come through, I hate when makeup starts to break down. So if I can kind of look as glam as possible with as little products as possible, it's kind of like the go-to. We want to do less is more, and I am not a less is more girl. Like, I love a full glam, but sometimes my skin just can't handle it, and then at the end of the day, my acne is bigger. With this makeup, I find that I take my makeup off and my skin looks beautiful. No pimples are bigger than when I started. It's just a better overall thing for an oily skin type. I think one of the biggest pet peeves I have is that having oily skin automatically means you have to be super matte. There's very, very, very certain times when I want to feel matte and I couldn't even fucking tell you what they are. I just know that only sometimes. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of the Milani Cheek Kiss, which I love so much. This is going to be more for my, like, here and on my temples on my forehead. For blush, I'm using Fat Cheeks from NYX. It is just the most juicy, hydrating blush. It is so gorgeous. And I have the shade Fig Fizz. It's like a very watery blush, and I really like it. And it's so natural and gorgeous. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Like, it looks very natural. If you like a more pigmented blush, I don't recommend this one. I would recommend the Milani Cheek Kiss, the Milani Cheek Kiss blushes, which I absolutely freaking adore. Those have just a little bit more pigment. These are a little bit easier, a little more watery, a little bit more, you know, fluid, if that makes sense. They smell really good. But these just have the most beautiful blush. Oh, so beautiful, you guys. Little life updates. Let's kind of speed run them. I've been feeling very depressed. I've been feeling very stuck and stagnant in my life, kind of. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like my job is, I love my job, but at the same time, you know, when you just feel like there's more to living than that, it's kind of how I'm feeling. I feel like I'm going to be there forever, and it's like not exactly what I want to do, but if I leave, what else am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh, it's a good job. I like my coworkers. I love the place I work, but it also feels like I need to be doing more. But if I were to leave and start doing more, there's nothing for me to do. Like, I haven't found my more, if that makes sense. And so it's so really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. It's really sad. And I just feel like than what I'm living right now. I feel very stagnant, stuck, horrible. Hoping summer can help fix this feeling. I need to start doing something more than I am. I almost just powdered without concealer, but we're gonna go in with concealer. For concealer today, I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl concealer. Very, very, very matte. Very, very full coverage. So we're going to be very light-handed with it. I also think this is a little too light for me, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to go like that. I'm going to start by blending out what's on our chin. I'm using my same brush. As I said, this is all drugstore, which it is. However, if you guys are going to buy one thing from Sephora, I feel like the Mario F4 is so, so worth it. I use this brush for my entire face every single day without fail. This brush is truly my hero product. Like, it truly is. Like, if anything, I feel like Makeup by Mario has quite a few formulas that are their, like, hero formulas. Hero product. If I were to buy one thing from the brand ever again, it would 100% be this brush. I bought this brush like 500 times, and I love it. Like, I think it is the most beautiful application that I've ever gotten. It is the easiest by far application I've ever gotten. Staple in my collection. So I'm gonna add a little bit around my nose, just because I feel like the redness around my nose is getting crazy because of allergy season. Also, my bestie has just left for Greece. Like, she's on the plane right now. I think she's on the plane right now, and I'm jelly. I'm excited for her. I'm gonna miss her. She's gonna be gone for so long, but I will be here when she gets back. And that's what I mean by I feel so stagnant. I want to travel so desperately, but I have nowhere to go. No money, nowhere to go. Stuck here in this house. Think I'm gonna die in this house. Since that blush has barely any pigment, I am gonna go back over, but that's okay because you can go back over as many times with this blush and just build up and build up. You could wear this blush no makeup. I feel like this is a great no makeup day. If you're just going to the beach like one day and you have literally no time, I feel like this blush is really beautiful for that. Has everybody seen everything going on with Patrick Ta and Painted by Esther and all of that transition blush drama? I have my thoughts. Like, it's not even like drama to me. It is very clear and cut. I love Patrick Ta with my whole heart. I think his products are amazing. I think his artistry is amazing. I think all of that is amazing. However, with that being said, taking the Fit Me Loose powder and setting under my eyes, making sure nothing's creased. I also go on my nose and everywhere I get really oily. So T-zone, nose, and I'm pushing that into the skin. Like I was saying, I think that this was just kind of a flop on Patrick Ta's end. I understand that Patrick Ta talks a lot about blush placement. However, he did not coin that term. Painted by Esther, you can go back in time. Another creator I watched, her name is Lexi. She created, well, I shouldn't say created because they obviously didn't create it. You can go back to the 80s and you can see that Kevin Aquan has been doing it for absolutely ever. This is not a new thing. A lot of makeup practices are not new. It's just popularizing them amongst a new generation.
What I'm trying to say is that baking has been a technique that's been used by drag queens and theater people for however long, ages and ages, but in like the early 2000s when Makeup by Mario baked Kim Kardashian's face, he kind of brought that to a new group of people.
I feel like we're going backwards when it comes to people of color in the beauty community because what is going on? I just seen a TikTok of Gloria who's doing a review of the Merit Beauty new bronzer sticks, and she's like, you know, doing the swatch. Obviously it's shit, like it's very bad, but you know, and brands who have money to make these products, to make it inclusive, are actively not doing that. Just kind of fed up with the whole beauty community and the way that people of color are being treated. I feel like we're going backwards in time. Also, I'm using the CoverGirl skin enhancers here. True Blend Baked Luminous Bronzer. I have the shade Toasted Butterscotch. Anyway, back to my conversation because it is actually very important to me and I get very heated when talking about it. But I just feel that we're going backwards in time, you guys. Like, what is happening? I feel like in 2018, maybe 2017, I feel like that era was super big on huge shade ranges, so inclusive for everybody. That's where Fenty kind of really stole the show, because I go in the comments of Gloria's video trying the new Merit bronzer stick and it's literally the most shitty shade range you've ever seen. It is like literally her skin color and it's the darkest shade, and people are like, why do you need to be bronze? What are you bronzing? And I think the lack of literally knowledge, the lack of brain cells one must have to think that just because you're a deeper skin tone doesn't mean you get bronze. People of color blush. They wear blush. Why wouldn't they use bronzer? How dumb are you? How dumb are you? Like, I have to stop because I'm getting heated. But honestly, this whole beauty community recently has just been feeling like we're going backwards in time, and it is pissing me off. Brands need to step up. How long was I paused for? Who was going to tell me I was paused? Who was going to tell me I was paused? Well, I guess I wasn't recording. So let me just really run you through what I did the last few seconds, okay? So I think the last thing you saw was the Skin Enhancer in the shade Butterscotch or Toasted Butterscotch from CoverGirl. I then went in with the Berry Amore blush from Milani, and this is what we're looking like. It looks so beautiful. For my eyes, all I did was a little bit of bronzer. I did this shimmery shade in the inner corners and this brown shade on my wing, and then of course my fake freckles with that same brown shade. I'm really sorry that didn't record. I'm really frustrated and peeved, but I'm glad that I caught it when I did. So I also did a little more bronzing on the nose area, so we're gonna go in and highlight it with the same shade that we used to do our inner corners. When it comes to the formula that I'm talking about, use a synthetic haired packed brush, because if you use a real hair brush, it's not going to show up as nicely and as shimmery. Take my highlighter in the inner corners up and make it look like my eyes are more opened. I also took my bronzer and smiled, and I went under here because I love the way that looks. And yeah, that's what the eyes look like. Just a very cute, simple look put together, all that jazz. We are gonna go in and look at our face and see what we need. I feel like I need a little hit of setting spray. I'm gonna use the MCO Beauty setting spray. This has been like my holy grail. This smells a little grandma-ish. However, if you can get over the scent, oh my god, I'm so shiny. If you can get over the scent, I would. I like the scent, but people could classify it as a bit strong. We are gonna do mascara for mascara today. I have so many I love. The drugstore is just hit after hit after hit when it comes to mascara. Maybelline specifically. We're rocking with Sky High today. A little bit more on the natural side when it comes to Sky High, but you know what? Hey, a little natural doesn't hurt nobody. I feel like it's very cute for this look. I have not been wearing lashes recently because I want to heal my lashes. They kind of ripped out in 2023. I got lash extensions not once, but twice, and they didn't even look good because my eyes just don't look good with lash extensions. The girl did a great job. They were so detailed and so full. They're exactly what I asked for, but lash extensions were not for me. We're gonna do our lips, and for lips today, I have a product that I totally forgot about, which I absolutely freaking love. This is the Oh My Plump Lip Shaper from Rimmel, and I have the shade Cafe Latte, which is quite literally my perfect nude. We're going with this lip tint from e.l.f. in the shade Cherry Cola. And then we're gonna go in with my lip gloss. The lip balm from Naturium in the shade Latte. I'm gonna take my powder puff and my pressed powder. I'm gonna go just like in the T-zone. So the makeup is pretty much complete, but there's one more tip that I always do, and this is the Lumi Glass highlighter stick. I just tap this on my cheekbones and it gives you the most nice, beautiful glow. Obviously tapping very lightly because I don't want to move anything under my makeup. I love this product so much. I don't know why L'Oreal couldn't make an extended shade range, a better shade range for the bronzers. So if you're gonna buy anything, buy this one. And one more time, with a little Milani Make It Last, just to lock everything in. And this, my friends, is the finished product. I hope you love it. All day long, whether you are sweating, oily, in the heat, outside, indoors, whatever it is, trust and believe your makeup is going to last. And all of these products are from the drugstore. So if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, all of the things down below. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.